Hi everyone, welcome back to the third chapter of my Cuban vlog series. In this last episode, we'll explore white sandy beaches like Cayo, Santa Maria or Varadero. Lastly, we'll go back to the place everything has started in, Havana. I hope you will enjoy this video and check out the others if you missed them. So I'd left you on Sancti Spiritus. After visiting the city, we then tried to reach Cayo Santa Maria, where we had booked a 3-night stay in a splendid resort. Cayo Santa Maria is an island on Cuba's north-central coast in the Jardines del Rey archipelago. It is linked to the land by a road and a bridge. We were crossing that specific area in the middle of the sea when suddenly our car stopped working. Eventually we were able to make it work again, but after just a few minutes it broke completely. We were in the middle of nowhere on a road into the sea. So we then of course called our resort and asked if they could book us a taxi, as well as calling our rental car agency and see if there's something they could do. They said that they would have sent us a mechanic and to wait patiently for about 20 minutes. Luckily, a very amazing guy came. He literally disassembled our back seat and connected some wires with his hand naked to then repair our car and make it work again. We were so relieved and we thanked a lot the guy. In the meantime, the taxi had arrived, however we no longer needed it. We got back to our car and drove till the resort, ready to chill and relax after a very stressful car ride. We stayed in the resort from April the 5th to April the 8th, and I very much didn't film a lot because we relaxed all day and enjoyed the place. I remember April the 6th being so special because I woke up to the email saying that I had been accepted into UWC Atlantic. I was so full of gratefulness that I just couldn't believe it was real. I couldn't stop smiling for the news I had received. We then spent the day at the beach or at the swimming pool, relaxing in our apartment, and it was so unique. I would start by saying that my family and I aren't really resort people. So we pretty much like a packed to-do list while traveling. We walk everywhere, we usually stay at apartments, we hike, visit museums, then go to the beach, and we just have no stop. So we were very much used to chill and relax in a resort where everything was included, but we freaking love that. It would have been so expensive in any other country, especially Europe, but in Cuba staying in an all-inclusive resort was so cheap. I mean literally €40 per person per night. And that included all meals, so breakfast, lunch and dinner, plus any other we wanted because there was a snack bar accessible at all hours. It also included beverages, alcohol, soft drinks, but also a full access to the private swimming pool and private beach, games, and a very luxurious apartment. The food was so delicious, very fresh. There was any kind of meal or dish you could possibly think of, ranging from fruit, vegetables, rice, meat, fish, and it was all cooked at the moment. We enjoyed our time there so much. I would have never booked a full vacation, but I would definitely recommend having a few days off in such a place. So yeah, if you had the chance, definitely go to a resort in Cayo Santa Maria. Either way, there's not really a proper city. There are no restaurants or hotels or apartments, but just separate resorts that have a private access to the amazing beach. On April the 7th, I did pretty much the same stuff I'd done the previous day, so I woke up very early, went to the bar, had my coffee, edited, read, and then I went to the swimming pool with my family. We stopped at the snack bar to get some banana chips that were freaking delicious. And then we also went to the beach, where we tan, read, took some pictures and enjoyed the clear, turquoise, amazing, shining water. On April the 8th, we had to leave our resort, so we said goodbye to Cayo Santa Maria and headed towards Remedios. Remedios is a small town located in the Villa Clara province. The city is known for its beautiful churches and lively atmosphere. We arrived in Remedios in the early afternoon, so we had a quick lunch. We walked around the town square and visited the Iglesia San Juan Bautista, a stunning church with a bright yellow facade. After trying to find our casa particular in the outskirts of Varadero, we finally found the venue. There, a strange lady welcomed us and gave us sad, unexpected news. The previous guest had broken the toilet flush, therefore the apartment was no longer available for us, but luckily they had found a solution. The lady's husband had sort of contacted another casa particular there in Varadero, and he would have taken us there cycling. We agreed, even though we had a strange gut feeling. We got into our apartment. It was the tiniest little room we had ever stepped into. There was no space to move as a family of 5, and what shocked us is that there was mold in the walls. There were questionable door sheets and a very messy bathroom. But what very much upset us the most was the price we had been offered for that place. In comparison to the place we would have had to spend the night in, it was unreasonable. We even got out to see if we could find another hotel or another casa particular, but there was no solution, as it was very late in the afternoon and weekend evening as well. We agreed, we got our discount, enjoyed our evening, and then we came back at midnight to sleep and got up very early the next morning. So as I said, on April the 9th, we woke up as soon as possible to leave that scary apartment. We then grabbed a quick breakfast and headed towards the local beach. We enjoyed the clear water and the sunny weather. Varadero is a popular beach resort located in the province of Matanzas and on the Icacos Peninsula, which stretches out into the Caribbean Sea. It has become very popular for its beaches and its clear, shining water. After that, we returned to our casa particular in Havana, the one we had initially stayed in, to leave our luggage and then get back into our car to go to the retirement place. Our car reservation was about to expire, so we were going pretty fast, but once we arrived to the venue, we discovered it had been dislocated to another place, so we then had to drive another 5k till the hotel we had to leave our car in. Then it was about 4 p.m, but we hadn't had lunch yet, so we stopped at this pretty restaurant to have a very late lunch. We then walked till Plaza de la Revolución, which contains statues of Che Guevara and Cienfuegos. At this point we had got pretty far from the city center, so we had to cross all Calle Neptuno to reach again the Capitolio, that unluckily was closed. So So we turned around and crossed all Havana Vieja till our apartment again. On April the 10th, we woke up very early as usual, got down the stairs in Plaza Vieja, where everything had begun. We chose to have breakfast in a tourist place called Bohemia Cafe, which was a bit expensive, but I would recommend it given the portion sizes. It was 9:30 a.m. when we called a taxi driver to have a car ride till Plaza Azul, which is approximately 30 minutes far from Havana. It was a very nice beach, the water was clear and the colors were charming. However, it was not my favorite amongst all the beaches we have been to during the trip, but if you think that sure, 30 minutes away from the capital, it's very convenient to have a day trip there. We just enjoyed our last hours in Cuba and then came back to our casa particular to pack the last stuff and rest a little bit before heading to a very late lunch at about 4 p.m. We came back to Tenente Rey 360, the restaurant we had found the night before. We walked across Cayo, where there are lots of shops and souvenir places. We tried to finish our pesos, but we couldn't, and said bye to Havana little colorful charming streets. And then we had another taxi drive to the airport. On April 10th at 10 p.m. we left Cuba. We crossed the ocean to come back to Europe. We had a one-night layover in Paris, and then we got back to Italy, where we live. I will never forget all the extremely important lessons that Cuba has taught me. The things I've learned there are incomparable to any other trip I've done. I'm more than grateful to have had the chance to experience a diverse, different culture. It was so fulfilling to live for 10 days in conditions that I'm not used to being exposed in Italy. Trying to travel across a country without having that much water, fuel, money, it was something that taught me how easy it can be and how fulfilling it is to live with a few things less than what we are accustomed to. And seeing all Cuban people being so happy with much less than what we've got here is something I will never forget, and that will give me strength every day. I hope you enjoyed my journey as much as I did, and I wish to see you soon in my next videos.